All right, she's here. She is here, and we have started work. So we're going to take you on our little journey. If you're new here, I'm Laurence.
And I'm Natalie.
And we are Brazen Brits. We have been RVing for about 5 years. We sold our travel trailer. We're looking for a Class A, but in the meantime, we have to get to the RV United Rally in Tucson, Arizona in January. So we needed something for that.
Yeah.
And although it doesn't seem like it at first, the most cost-effective way we think is to buy this van. Easy, right? Who wouldn't have done that? So anyway, so that's the plan, and we are going to convert this van from a dog van into a camper, and this is van build day one.
Really makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder. Ooh, I wonder. Ooh, I just wonder.
I'm not a carpenter or a builder. I'm just an IT nerd. But this seems a bit overkill for just the top of this. I mean, I think someone may have over-engineered this. But it definitely was not going to break. I probably would have preferred this to be welded, because then I could just grinder it off. But it's taken hours to do this, and it's only the top bit. First bit is done. That was a lot harder than I thought, but we have this completely clear. But we're interested in your thoughts. These we don't know whether we want these, so if there are any ideas on whether we should keep these or not. Are they useful for anything? Not really, but they kind of block out a bit of the front, I guess. Anyway, we're not sure if we want these or whether this makes it feel too enclosed. It might be nicer without this and a little bit more open and homely rather than a delivery truck, really. We could put pictures or something on here, but anyway, any thoughts whether we should keep these or not, or take these out? It'll also give us a little bit extra room up here as well. You can actually buy a door for them, so it's weather guard stuff, so seems a shame not to use it, but also it does look a bit industrial. That one was held in with a nail. Random. Look what I've done.
I can't believe you're doing this now.
Um,
You're nuts.
I need to get this done. I'm so nervous about having this ready for January. And I know there's things that I haven't thought about, or things that I'm going to do that's going to be wrong. Even though our plan is to do 2 builds on this. The first one to get us through January, and then the second one is the final one.
Yeah, it's the real one.
But more interestingly, because we haven't got enough to worry about, Natalie decided that she needed surgery on Monday. So she's high as a kite right now.
I was going to say, had surgery, not going to have surgery.
Oh, you had surgery
Yes.
on Monday. It's now Thursday.
And I should be resting, and Laurence is like, can you help me lift this really heavy thing out of the van?
Yeah, that is why I dragged Natalie out here, and then I just remembered that she can't do that. So the problem is, like, this is so well built in, this bit here, that it's kind of jammed between the sides. So I need someone over there and someone over here to help pull it up. So it's fine. I was just being a pussy. I can probably figure it out. But anyway, it looks much bigger, doesn't it?
It does. I think this is going to go better than we thought.
Well, I think once we start putting things in here, it's not going to look quite as good, but I'm quite happy with it.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to get this bit out, and then I'm going to come in and I'm going to have a bourbon and watch TV for a bit.
That sounds like
I think it was screwed down. I just ripped the screws out.
Oh,
I already took a bunch of screws out, but
you
never
missed
know with
some.
this. You can stand on that, right?
You got to flip
Is
it
that
up this
gonna kill
way. No, I
Yeah, I'm
can't.
going to flip it up towards the edge.
Yeah, that was definitely screwed in.
Yeah, I think it was. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, do you know how much weight this is going to take out of the van?
Well, it was built well.
It was
Say
built
that.
well. He did not scrimp on any of this.
No.
Whew. Right, good morning. It's the next day, day 2. Everything is out apart from this big fan we have here. I'm leaving this in. I have left the metal things on the van. I still haven't decided about that. I think I'm going to take them out, but I don't want to take them out and then put them back in. So I'm going to just sit on this for a little while. Next thing, I need to clean everything. So this is just the really boring bit. In case you're wondering why I'm using a brush, it's because the floor is plywood that's painted, and so the mop doesn't really slide across it. The top just can't come off. So I grabbed this, and this seems to be working pretty well. I don't really want it too wet. So yeah, this is working just fine. Enough to scrub all the bits out, and then I'll have to figure something else out afterwards. The other thing is I don't really want to, I was thinking about just hosing it out, but I don't want any water getting trapped under this plywood. I'm not gonna lie, I did take the bulkhead out. I think it looks better, there's more space. From what I've seen in other van builds, it's always best, because otherwise you essentially just lose all of that. Another thing we might do is put a swivel chair on the passenger side, so then we can actually have a nice place to sit. But yeah, I've always been a bit nervous about this build. Now I'm really nervous because it's just completely empty. It kind of looked like a van build before, and now it just looks like a cargo van. And I keep running through all the things that we're doing. Natalie's getting fed up of me talking about it, I think, because I have to keep ordering this stuff, and I need to order a bunch of this stuff, and I need this, and oh no, how are we going to do that? And anyway, I'm a little bit overwhelmed. But one thing I've noticed, that a way to make a van look a bit more livable is 2 things. It's almost like when you clean a car, just clean the windows and the wheels. They're the 2 most important things. With the van, I've noticed it's the ceiling and the floor. So at the moment this looks like a cargo van. So I am going to do something about the floor. So let me just show you what I'm thinking. I'm going to do it anyway, so whether you like it or not, but let me just run my idea past you. I found this stuff, which is just like sticky planks in Home Depot. I have used it before and it's crap, but I think for this case it's going to be useful. Now there's 2 reasons why I've picked it. Actually, there's a few reasons why I've picked this. One of them is I didn't want to spend too much money. I think I can do this in about 1.5 packs, maybe 2 packs, and they're like $40 a pack. So it's going to cost me $80 to do the entire floor. Second thing is, it's just plastic, and it's really, really light and flimsy, which is fine because it's going on wood anyway. And so it's not going to, I mean, it does expand and contract a tiny bit in heat, but not like it would if it was a wooden floor. So there's that. And then the other thing is I quite like them being like this, and they just stick down. So if we ever need to replace a bit, we can just rip it up really easily. It's also very, very easy to cut with a knife. It's just like a vinyl thing. So anyway, I think temporarily I would like to see how this works for this first build. and then after our trip, if we really hate it or we have any problems, then we can just rip it up pretty easily. Anyway, so that's my thoughts. The only issue I have had is if I start at one end, anyone who's done tiling will know about this, or any flooring to be honest, but if I start on one side, I end up with a tiny little slither on this side, which is really, they're 6 inch, by the way, they're exactly 6 inches by 36 inches long, which makes measuring really easy. But so anyway, so that means if I start on either side, the other side is going to have like a tiny little slither that isn't really going to work, and because this is sticky, you don't really want that. You want to use as much as you can. So the only way I can really think of doing this is I've marked, just show you down here, I've marked, I don't know if you can see these marks here, I've marked the center line, which is here, and then these are 6 inches wide, so then I've marked 3 inches out. So in theory, if I run this board along my line, that is dead center. Sorry, looking at my crotch and my belly, but that is dead center, and then I'll have to work my way out, which I'm not too happy about doing that. So many things can go wrong. If I got the line wrong or something's funny or funky, also means I have to cut both edges, but I think it's worth it. I think it's going to look a lot better. At the moment there's a big gap on the edges over here, and it's just unnecessary, and it makes it feel smaller. Even though you're not ever going to walk over there, I think I'm just going to put the board all the way up. Like I said, if it's crap, I can rip it up. I've lost $80, so that's my plan, and I'm going to start doing it now. And before you ask, hey Lawrence, you've been using the knife like 5 times now. How have you not cut yourself? Well, actually I did. I cut myself putting the blade in. It was a new blade, so yeah. And then I put super glue on it, which I don't recommend doing. It's a bad idea, but it did stop the bleeding, so that worked well. Definitely not recommended. Don't do that. It's my thinking chair, Natalie. So we have cleared the whole van out, and Natalie will show you the junk afterwards. We've also taken the bulkhead out, which I think was a good choice, and then I've just done the bulk of the floor.
It looks good. I think this was a good colour choice. It's not too dark.
Love it.
Yeah, I really like this colour. So anyway, floors in, the bulkhead. Oh, I could turn you around here. Bulkhead is out, and here is all the stuff. This is just some of the stuff actually. We've got some more over here. So yeah, it looks massive now. That's what she said. Anyway.
Well, it's about as far as we've got this week. Not bad for like 3 evenings work.
Yeah, no, you did good.
It's all right. So I'm glad the floor's in. We have finished the floor. Most of it. What I said earlier in the video, I made a massive screw up now, and I think it's because I've always been taught to measure once, cut twice, and I think that might be the wrong way, because what I was planning didn't work out. If you remember, I said there's these like gaps on the side, so I purposely measured it right in the center and worked from the center out so that I wouldn't have those gaps, and somehow those gaps are exactly as they were before. I don't know. I'm a little bit worried because this is like the easiest thing of the whole build, and I managed to screw this up already, so I need to get my mind back into DIY mode, but it's not a problem. You're never going to see it all. I just wanted it for this moment to be there. So anyway, the floor's working well. It is kind of coming up a little bit, but you can just stand on it, especially where the sun is on it.
Yeah.
I think once we have stuff in here, that's not going to be a problem. So I'm still think we made the right choice with this floor.
I agree.
You can also probably see some tape on there. We will reveal that next week, because that's we're just kind of playing around. We've taken it off and put it back on and measured stuff and trying to figure out things like that. So Now Natalie's a bit better. She's off the drugs. She's off the big drugs now, so she's still a little bit high, but not as much as you were before. So now I have another brain to help me and figure out how we want to do this. But it's good. I'm still a bit nervous. There is a lot to do, and I keep thinking of random things that I either need to buy or something. So
We need to start writing a list, Laurence.
I just buy it on Amazon. I'll just show you my recent purchases. I spent about $1,000 in the last 3 days already. Stuff we need. You'll thank me later.
Okay.
Anyway, and the only other thing I did that I didn't show you was I cleaned the seats because they were pretty gross.
Yeah.
Just a dog van, so. All right, well, thank you for coming along with us on this. I think this is going to get more interesting. What can go wrong? All right, well, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the thanks button because Natalie loves it when you do that.
Yeah.
And if you'd like to support Natalie and myself, a couple of tits, and become a Braziere, you can hit the join button. Thank you to everyone below who has already done that. We will see you next week.